fitness, like a lot of things, is difficult when you get started, right? It's most difficult to kind of get in there and work out that first time when you haven't worked out in a long time, and to do it 3 days a week, 4 days a week, 5 days a week, 6 days a week, and to keep that up for a couple weeks in a row. But once you get through those first few weeks, even if you've had months off, years off, even if you've never done exercise, wow, you feel so great, you can keep that rolling for a long time. The first 3 months of this year, with the move of Exalted and some other things going on in my personal life, and also some injuries, I'm 56 years old, I fell out of rhythm with fitness, and it's very hard to get back. I mean, literally the first 3 months of the year went by, and I'm like totally the most out of rhythm I've been that I can think of in like probably 15 years or more, maybe 20 years, right? And this is coming off being in the best shape of my life, going into 2025. At the end of 24, I think I got, for myself, I got to 14.5% body fat. I had like a 4-pack showing. I know some of you guys may remember. I was actually looking pretty good. Anyhow, I was on the road in 24 and the beginning of 25 for 360 hoops. I was traveled through 25 states. Brutal. I shipped my car to Arizona. I'm like living on the road, doing, a few states, coming home. I emotionally eat, get stressed out up till late at night, checking into a hotel at 2 a.m. And, of course, the only food and nutrition, I don't even know if you call it nutrition. Like, you get to a hotel at like 2 o'clock in the morning, like a little Marriott Courtyard or something. They have that little corner area with like garbage. And I would like emotionally eat. I gained 40 pounds. And I've not lost back that weight. So it's now like a year later, year and a half later, I still have those 40 pounds. So I worked so hard to get myself to the best shape of my life, only to completely blow it and gain 40 pounds on the road while I'm building a business, stressed out. Now think about it. That's like 2 20-pound medicine balls. So those of you that like have never been, a little bit overweight, if you want to know what it's like, I want you to take 2 20-pound medicine balls, strap them to your stomach, and try to do some exercise. See how your knees feel from running with all that extra weight. See what it's like to try to walk up on a box or just even get up the stairs in your house. Like 40 pounds, like that's a lot. And literally, I lost that. I got to this incredible shape. I felt great, and there's nothing that tastes as good as it feels to be in shape. So I achieved that, and then I completely blew it. And then now it's like, over a year and a half later, and I still have these 40 pounds. I mean, I've kind of gone up and down a little bit, but I've not gotten back to that like peak performance and fitness and health that I got. And then only to start this year, and it just got worse in the sense that I just lost my momentum of working out consistently. Like, even when I'm out of shape, for mental health purposes, I still make an attempt to get into the gym or do some type of running or biking or just some type of fitness. Amy will tell you, probably, 4 or 5 days a week, right? 3 days a week would be, probably the minimal. So even if I'm not looking great, right, I'm still getting the mental health benefits of fitness. By the way, like, that's probably one of the biggest benefits. I don't care what you look like feeling great and the endorphins and the stress release and, the reduction of cortisol and all the benefits of like fitness. Like, there's a lot of benefits before you start to even look good from fitness, right? So I was always getting those, and I've got the extra resistance of carrying around this weight, no problem. I'm not the top finisher in any workout, but I'm really enjoying and having a great quality of life by doing this fitness. And anyhow, I pulled it all together in 20, kind of going into 24. And then that's when it fell apart on me. But, 80 to 90% of it is nutrition. So the nutrition is, when I say 80 to 90% of the losing weight is nutrition. So if you want to look a certain way, you've got to get a meal plan, right? You got to work with a nutritionist to build a plan. You got to stick to it. You have to use maybe an app like MyFitnessPal or something to track what you eat. You can't just like blindly just eat anything. You have to follow a plan. That's really 80 to 90% of it. And it takes discipline, and so I had that discipline. When I got to that fitness shape that I was in, that I gave back and lost, I was following a simple, nutrition plan. It's actually pretty damn simple. It's literally that simple. So anyhow, this first 3 months of this year, I had an injury, 1 or 2 injuries, and just a lot of stress, especially with that move, guys. We've only been in the new location like 2 months. Like, that was a lot of work, a lot of things going on. I feel like there was construction going on while we were there trying to get this business up and running. We still have a lot more work to do in the next couple of months. You're going to see a lot of good forward progress there. But anyhow, that being said, me personally, I had like probably the 3 worst months for like fitness consistency and health going in the wrong direction, quality of sleep going in the wrong direction, like a lot of stuff relative to fitness and health going in the wrong direction. Not so good. But you know what? You pick yourself up, you dust yourself off. Did I hit rock bottom? Maybe. Like, that's actually sometimes a good thing. You hit rock bottom and you're like, okay, now we're going to pull it together. So now I'm recording this video because I want to publicly tell the entire world, and I don't think anyone's even watching this video, and if you did, but at least I'm recording this, I'm putting it out in the universe that I am going to get focused on fitness, health, and nutrition, and I'm going to have a 90-day transformation that is unbelievable. It's going to be the most fitness and health progress in 90 days that I've ever experienced in any 90-day period of my life, because I know all the things to do. It's pretty simple. You got to pick what you're going to do for fitness. You got to get out there and move. You got to work on probably 3 different things relative to fitness. So you got to combine weightlifting, because once you hit age 40, I'm age 56, you have muscle atrophy every year. So that's one of the biggest things that you got to counter. You can't be doing, I'm walking, I'm biking. You got to do something it takes more than body weight movements. You have to do some type of weightlifting. You have to be a power lifter, but you have to do some type of weightlifting to not have muscle atrophy. And it's really important to continue to keep your muscles or maintain your muscles, not have them go, get smaller, because those muscles, they burn a lot of calories, and it's just really, really important. The people that are in their 80s and 90s that are like on walkers and having a terrible quality of life are people that have ignored a very important key core principle, which is like, if you haven't already done so, like at age 40, like you have to do some weightlifting. And those are the people that you see that are in their 80s and 90s, and they're still hiking and they're still having a very active life. So it's really important that you build weightlifting as probably at least 1/3 of your fitness that you're doing. Then 1/3 of it should be high intensity interval. Your heart rate goes up, your heart rate goes down, up, down. Like, the cardiovascular benefits of that is enormous. And then maybe another 1/3 is cardio, right? So you kind of have all those 3 things in your fitness protocol. And a CrossFit workout is awesome, because like a CrossFit workout literally like in an hour could combine both weightlifting, high intensity interval, and cardio in an hour. That's pretty amazing to be able to get that. You get that all from CrossFit. The Hyrox workouts, which I just did it for the first time, on Saturday, kicked my ass. But, I think it's going to be a great thing to do to kind of kick yourself into shape, like where in the next 3 months I want to, dramatically transform my body. I need to probably step up the cardio quite a bit. And like that Hyrox, where like every minute it's something else, or you're just like as many rounds as you possible rotating through this stuff, and you're doing it for like an hour. It's like think about these partner workouts that we do that are just like they're 20-30 minute time cap, or these holiday workouts that we do in CrossFit that are, these long workouts. Like, imagine doubling that. It's like, I don't want to say it's like a Murph, but it's like probably an hour of work. I mean, it's a lot of work. So, how many times do you have to do that before you're going to start to condition yourself? And, it's a lot of calorie exertion too. So anyhow, and I do enjoy fitness. You got to enjoy it. All right, well, I'm going to finish up this long